Hey, what's going on, Selective Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Let's talk about PSA for a little bit. We haven't really talked about PSA grading in a hot second, so let's hop back in and see what they're doing, particularly about something new that they decided they wanted to grade. And I saw a couple people posting about it, and something about it really confused me. So, if you don't know, PSA decided they wanted to start grading gold cards. No, not just any gold cards, not just the regular ones you can pull from sets. Way back in the old day, way back when, in the 90s when fucking, the music was better and the sky was bluer, there was these things that Burger King had whenever they were doing a Pokemon collaboration. They had a little Pokemon promo thing. And if you went there, you bought something, you got like a couple of the Pokemon toys or cards or something like that. One in particular was you paid like I think $2 to $3 extra at the time. And you got these nice fucking metallic gold plated cards that were Pokemon. There were 6 of them to collect. Poliwhirl, Jigglypuff, Pikachu, Togepi, Mewtwo, Charizard. I believe those are the 6. They're pretty cool. They were something that you could just get from Burger King. And everyone in this community that grew up back in the day knows how fucking cool they were when you were 8 years old. Everybody and their mom thought those cards were great. You can see there's one up there. I got the Togepi one right there. They came in these nice little Pokeball cases. I got one right here. Hold on. This one's the Mewtwo one. They came in like these nice little Pokeballs. These things really weren't like super rare or anything like that. They're not really that hard to find. They're not super expensive or anything. That can totally change with PSA grading, and maybe we'll just get our fucking Charizard Gold Millions off this stuff later on. It's goofy as hell. You can find them online. They're not really too expensive considering how old they are. I think Burger King made a fuck ton of them, and they just got circulated out. People usually sit on cases of them and sell them for like 20, 30 bucks last I saw. Maybe it's fluctuated a little bit, but they're not expensive to get one in a box with the Pokeball case, something like that. So PSA decided they wanted to start grading these suckers, these Burger King Pokemon cards right here. And I saw that somebody had got one back, and I was like, okay, I saw that they were talking about that. That's kind of neat, whatever. So right here, 1999 Burger King Pokemon, the Charizard Gold cards to Near Mint 8. First of all, I'm kind of curious what the actual grading standards are for these. I wonder how you actually determine if this is a 10. This is kind of a newer-ish thing for them. I'm sure they've graded metallic cards before, but I wonder particularly on these, how they determine a good grade. Like centering, I'm sure still comes into play. They might all be centered. It probably has a lot to do with like the corners, the scuffing, the actual surface, the polish, the actual gold plating on it. A few things probably take precedence on that, but there's the Charizard. There it is. There's the big gold Charizard bucks. I like gold, baby. Near mint. That's an 8. That's all right. I'm not really too sure what that would go for on the aftermarket. Don't really care too much, but there you go. You got your 8. Okay. What if I told you that this appears, based off what's going on here, that this is the only version of this card that they grade? Yes, if you flop over, there's 4 other ones. You got the Togepi, you got the Mewtwo, you got the Jigglypuff, and you got the Pikachu. All came back, and if you look on that label, it says inactive spec, no holder, do not hold. Now, doing my research best I could, someone in the comments, please tell me if I'm wrong. I am stupid. There is a good chance I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But what I found, doing my own research, I believe that means they do not grade this particular version of something. They're not going to actually holder this card or this product for some reason because it doesn't have a spec that's going to be able to be made by, PSA or something. That's kind of what I got from that. And if that's the case, I wonder why they picked this of all. I wonder why like these ones can't do it. And Charizard's really the only one that gets to scrape by. I know Charizard's a very popular Pokemon, but I mean, these are Gen 1 Pokemon right here. The 151ers should have no excuse for this stuff, right? Mewtwo's a very popular Pokemon. Pikachu, I'd argue, is just as popular as Charizard. I mean, it's Pikachu, for fuck's sake. Everyone knows that fool. Togepi's popular, Jigglypuff's popular, all for different reasons. No Poliwhirl in here, though. That's kind of fucked up. And that was Red's first Pokemon in fucking the manga. You don't want to look at Poliwhirl or something? Poliwhirl's a cool Pokemon. You take that back. Fucking person didn't kick those up. But yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So here's what they actually posted about this on Instagram. Super disappointed at my recent PSA submission. How are you able to grade the Charizard but not the rest of them? I was looking forward to getting these added to my collection. Hopefully they get added soon because this makes no sense to me. It does seem like they just don't grade the other ones and Charizard was the one picked. I'm just very curious. And once again, maybe someone can enlighten me on this. Why would a company only pick to do one card and not the other 6 of them when really the only thing that changes is the name of the card? Like it's a Mewtwo instead of a fucking Charizard. You already have the specs to actually grade one. It's not like all the cards are different. They all are basically the same gold plating. They're all the same fucking, like, they have the same parameters for them. Just has a different pictograph of a different Pokemon on it. and that's the only thing. Does that make sense to anybody? It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If you accept the grading of these gold cards, it really shouldn't matter what Pokemon's on the front of it. And it's not even like it's hard. It's not even like there's a fucking gold, like, oh, what's a weird, obscure Pokemon that's one of those guys wouldn't even fucking know? It's not like there's a gold Charcadet on there or something like that. It's not like there's a fucking gold Delmise. It's not like there's a fucking gold Frou-Frou or any of those Pokemon there. These are all just Gen 1 Pokemon. So it really shouldn't be that fucking hard to figure out. There's only 6 in the set. You have the parameters to grade the Charizard. None of the other 5 cards differentiate from that. I wonder if, like, PSA... I could see maybe, like, their thing is they're, like, testing it out with, like, just allowing Charizard, because Charizard is the one that, in theory, would be the most expensive, I guess. But, I mean, Pikachu's pretty fucking popular, Mewtwo's pretty fucking popular. Charizard does have that lizard appeal, I suppose, has that fucking fiery-ass tail, has that no neck. Well, no, this is actually the version of Charizard with a neck. So you take that out of the equation. That's just weird. I don't really know why a company would do that. You'd think if you allow the grading of one, if nothing else changes about the card, that you'd grade them all. And that is very strange. Like, maybe they're not planning on doing it long term. Maybe this is just something they're like limiting how many of them they take. Maybe there's complications with the grading and they only think that, like, Charizard is the only one worth it. It's very weird why they would only pick one of the 6. I don't understand that to a degree. PSA is no stranger to doing weird things. PSA grading is very, like, goofy sometimes with the things they implement, the things they decide to look at, the things they don't decide to look at. It's fine. They're always the standard for grading. They're always going to be the people that are the go-to, and they're always going to have fucking a slight edge over the other 2 big 3 because they're just fucking PSA. They're the most recognizable. Most places are fucking willing to work with them. They're working with a lot of creators now. I've seen a lot of people with their creator code. I don't grade, but hey, PSA, you want to fucking throw me a little code too? Sure. Why not? Just grade through Opossum. Get the Opossum pedigree on your fucking cards. I don't care. It's just, it's a PSA. Of all the things they do, of all the things they choose, this one just kind of stuck out really weird to me because it's a weird card to grade. I understand. It's a solid fucking gold-plated card with a certificate and everything. I'm not joking. They have certificates certifying how cool they are. Yeah, see, it came with a little cert. It's like those little inserts that were in cereal boxes when we were kids. Certificate of Authenticity, Pokemon Special Edition 23-karat gold-plated trading card number 150 Mewtwo. Licensed by Nintendo, baby. That's fucking legit right there. Crazy. It's weird that, like, that's not enough. I guess the cert's not enough for fucking poor Mewtwo. Sorry, little buddy. You're not good enough to get graded yet. Maybe they're coming. Maybe they were just test running Charizard. Maybe Charizard was the only one they wanted to see first. It's kind of weird. Does anybody know anything additionally past that? I couldn't find anything too crazy with it. I just think it's really funny of all the Pokemon to pick. And Charizard, that's not that weird part. It's just if you have the specifications to grade the gold cards already, why not just accept all 6 of the gold cards? It appears parts of it passed fucking testing if people can get a gold fucking Charizard already slabbed up. It already appears the specs are there. The science is there. It's not impossible. We do have the technology. Just to cut it off on the other 5, very weird, very strange. Some people have different likes for cards. Some people don't like Charizard as much as the others. Some people like Mewtwo. Some people like fucking Pikachu. Some people like Poliwhirl. I know that's the weird hot take. I like the Poliwhirl one a lot. I have one sitting around here somewhere. It's floating around. It's somewhere in this hodgepodge of a hobby room. Anyway, if you know something, let me know in the comments below. Just thought I'd share it. It's PSA being a little goofy once again, just selecting their favorite Pokemon cards is great. That's all I got. Appreciate it, Virgin Gang. See you later. Pikachu, huh? Pikachu didn't make the cut. Only Charizard. What does that say about the whole Surging Spark stuff going on right now? Hey, fucking backshot Pikachu isn't good enough to get fucking graded in gold form in his classic fat form. But Charizard, the no-neck variety, is. Weird.